Hi, I'm Sarah Ali Chowdhury. Today we'll be making a very simple chicken curry. So what we have first of all is 2 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste. I've mixed the garlic and ginger, peeled it, cut it and put it in a blender, and I've come up with this paste, which is brilliant. Always do it in bulk so you've got it for whenever you cook, and it just makes everything nicer having it fresh. I've got 2 shallots that are peeled. I'm going to cut them finely. I've got some salt, some turmeric, some coriander powder, some cumin powder and some curry powder. I'm using 3 chicken thighs that I've cut into small pieces. The smaller you cut the chicken, the easier it is to cook. So if you're in a hurry, this is brilliant. You can just cut it in small pieces. We're going to literally put everything together in a bowl and just chuck it in a pan. This is so simple. So I'm going to start by we're also using 2 tomatoes. So we're going to start by chopping the shallots. Right, so what we'll do, first of all, is we'll get our chicken and we'll just place that chicken into a nice big bowl. And then we'll get the onion and we'll also put that in the bowl as well. And then we've got the garlic and ginger paste, about a teaspoon of salt, we've got the turmeric powder, half a teaspoon of coriander powder, and here I'm using a teaspoon of cumin powder and a tablespoon of mixed curry powder. I'm just going to cut these tomatoes into small quarters and just throw them in as well. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put my oil onto heat. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to allow the oil to heat up. Now I want the oil quite hot, and then what I'm going to do is just put everything in together. That is how simple this dish is. And this is just a case of waiting and allowing the chicken to cook with all the spices and really infuse all those flavours with the chicken. Okay, so I think the oil's the right temperature right now. You don't want the oil to be smoking because that will just burn all the spices, but you don't want the oil to be cold. The oil must be hot. Now, in the same dish that I've used the spices, you'll see there's a residue of the spices there. We don't want to waste that. So I'm going to put some water in the bowl. So we're using about half a cup of water there, which I will add a little later to the pan. Now the great thing about this dish and why it's one of my favourite dishes is because this can be whatever you want it to be. It can just be a chicken curry, but it's almost like having a base dish. So you can have chicken in there, but you can also add anything you like. So you could put potatoes in it. So you've got a chicken and potato curry. You could put beans in it. You can put anything sweet like bananas, if you like sweet curries or sultanas. And so it's a fantastic curry and it's so easy to make that I think most people who try this at home normally say like that's probably one of their favourite dishes because it is so, everything's readily available. It's just a matter of minutes to make, and you can have a different chicken dish every day with the same format. Right, so I've allowed the chicken to cook with the spices for a few minutes and it's starting to stick to the bottom of my pan. So to prevent that from happening, I would normally add little bits of water at a time, but in this case, because it's a chicken curry and because we're going to allow it all to cook together, I'm going to add the half a cup of water into that pan. And then I'm going to put it on a slow to medium temperature, and that is all you have to do. By the time the chicken is cooked through, that dish is ready. We're nearly ready to serve this dish now. If you like yours to have a bit more of a sauce, you can add a bit more water and allow it to all cook together and bring it to the boil. And then when you're ready with the right consistency for you, then you can just serve it. So this dish, I've made it so that you could have this chicken with rice if you wanted it with rice. You can have it with naan bread. But one of the healthier ways to eat it is with a wrap. So yeah, I think you should really try this dish at home. It's very, very easy, it's cost effective, and it's delicious.